it's Melissa. Happy Thursday. I hope everybody's having a great week so far. This is becoming our Thursday Facebook Live. So what we are going to do today is I'm going to show you how to take those designs you have that you're like, this is a little too complicated to cut. How can I use those with my Silhouette, not your Silhouette machine, in this case, your Silhouette software, and how I can make some really cool, fun projects with them. So here's the thing. Come back. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. This is what happens when, this is why I get on Facebook Live now once a week, because I constantly have meetings and different things going on. So sorry. Okay, so as I was saying, we are going to take those designs that you have that are not super easy to cut, and we are going to use nothing more than our standard inkjet printer and make a really fun project with it. Okay, so this is a great substitute if you don't have a sublimation printer, or if you don't want to cut your designs, you know, one piece by piece. So for example, this is a sublimation design. Yes, it is printed backwards. This right here is just printed on standard printer paper, okay? But what we are going to do instead of standard paper is we are going to use Starcraft for lights, okay? So Starcraft is an inkjet printable transfer material. What it allows you to do is it allows you to use your inkjet printer, print on it, and then transfer it onto a surface, cotton surface, which cannot be used for polyester or different types of surfaces. I've done it on wood, everything. Actually, my assistant said to me the other day, you know, Melissa, you've done a lot on inkjet printable, but never just like super basic. So here we are, and I actually have a blog post coming too. So all you're going to do is you're going to import usually these sublimation designs. This one is from the March So Fontsy bundle, which I think I forgot to link up top, but maybe if one of my girls is on, they can throw the link in the comments. What you're going to do is you're going to take this sublimation design. It doesn't have to be a sublimation design. It could be any design that has lots of colors that you don't want to cut on HTV and, you know, layer itself. You're going to pull the JPEG or the PNG into Silhouette Studio. So that's all I have here. Okay. I literally just pulled it. If I adjust this a little bit, you'll be able to see. This is literally just the JPEG, okay? It's a whole image. I literally didn't do anything. The reason I like to bring it into Silhouette Studio is because I can print directly to my printer from there. I can flip it. You need to reverse your image when you're using inkjet printable, okay? You need to reverse it. And then if there's any editing I wanted to do, like if I wanted to add a date, if I wanted to add, you know, anything, the grandkids' pictures, anything on this one, you could do that right in Silhouette Studio. So you set this up. On the page setup, you're going to tell it that you want it to be printer or letter size, depending on, you know, your settings, and for your printer itself. So we are going to use 8.5 by 11 paper, so I am using letter size. And you're going to put one sheet of the Starcraft into your printer. Now, the back of it is labeled, so you know this is the back. So make sure that however you put this in your printer, it's going to be oriented so it prints on the front, okay? Now, I already have it in there, so I don't have to walk around, but my suggestion is to take everything else out of your printer. If you have too much stuff in your printer tray, it sometimes has a hard time grabbing it. So the only thing I have in my printer right now is one sheet of this. And then from Silhouette Studio, I'm simply going to click the printer icon along the top. I know you can't see too well, but here's the preview, okay? And then I'm going to click print. And then from here, I'm just going to tell it that I want the quality to be best. Now, this printer settings are going to be a little bit different depending on what printer you have. And if anybody's asking which printer, I linked up top, okay? And then I changed the paper to an everyday matte paper. You can allow it to pick it itself, but you will get the best quality prints if you do just a little bit of adjusting on your settings, okay? And then we click print, and it's going to print to my printer. Now, if you are familiar with sublimation, you could do the same thing with your sublimation printer. Sublimation, you have to have some type of polyester coating, okay? So this, I'm just going to put this on this cotton tote bag. Now, the way that this works is with heat and pressure. So a heat press, okay? The heat press needs to be 375 degrees, and you need to do this for 30 seconds, okay? Where does the Cameo come in? The Cameo does not come into this project at all. We are simply using Silhouette Studio, okay? This is one of those things where you can keep your cutting machine away for right now. We are simply using the software because this software is so powerful that you can really do tons of editing. So if you know how to design this, let's say your kid drew it, painted it themselves, you could convert this, or all you have to do is take a picture and bring it into Silhouette Studio. Super easy. Very awesome way to customize. So my print is just about ready. I'm going to go grab that. And then now you can see for this print, okay, so this is the Starcraft. You can see for this print, I just turned my design, rotated my design 90 degrees so I could make it larger on here, okay? Now, all you're going to do is put it onto your surface, okay? So you're just gonna flip it over. You do not have to cut around this at all. But I will tell you, if you don't cut around it, you will end up with a little bit of a clear kind of film, okay? So I literally just take my scissors and trim close to the edge, okay? You don't need to be very specific, which is why I'm not doing a printing cut. I'm just trimming the excess off. The only part that you're really going to be able to see when you transfer this is the printed areas, but we do have some excess on the edge. So in order to avoid that little filmy area, I'm just cutting it. Okay, so now it looks like that, right? And we're going to put it on here. Okay, it's not sticky. It's just a piece of paper. It's not sticky at all. Okay, before I do that, I'm going to pre-press my bag. I'm going to move you a little closer so you can see. I'm going to pre-press my bag to get the wrinkles out, all right? So let's move this away. This just takes, I don't know, 10 seconds, okay? All right, now, the trick with putting this on is 30 seconds, and you need to remove the paper hot, very hot, while it's hot. Don't let it cool. If you let it cool, you will end up with paper stuck, okay? All right, so here we go. Okay, so now let's just prep this by placing it on our heat press. I like the swing away here because it's out of my way. And then I'm gonna take my design and I'm gonna place it where I want it, okay? Again, you mirrored your image. The reason you mirrored your image is because you're flipping it onto your surface, okay? And then you're gonna press. Now for this press, I need to kick that little red timer button in there, and that starts the timer. So 375 degrees for 30 seconds. As soon as this is done, I need to peel. So I'm gonna be right here and I'm gonna peel this off. I'm gonna try to get you so you can see. Okay, you've got to do this while it's hot, okay? So 8 seconds left. As soon as this is done, I'm gonna peel off the paper and the ink will leave behind and it will be transferred onto the surface, okay? Okay, so this is what we have. Peel quickly. If you don't peel quickly, part of your design will stay on the paper, okay? Someone's asking, do I have a pressing pillow? I do. I use this giant, this is actually the CRICUT brand, okay? So that is the key. Now look, this was what the paper was before. If you don't peel quickly, some of your colors will stay on there. And then this is what we have. Isn't that gorgeous? So I love that you can do that. And you can see that there's no, even in the areas where we had the white paper, you know, nothing came across. And the reason that I don't know if you can tell, it's a little filmy. And down here where there was no paper, it's not. But you can't see it, okay? You can't, there's nothing that you can really see. And now we have just made, this looks like a watercolor, right? Because that's how the design was. So they come out super cute, super fast. You saw literally the whole thing. Bring it in Silhouette Studio, send it to print, take the print, trim around if you want, you don't have to. Put it on your bag, shirt, hat, whatever you want, in the heat press 30 seconds, and you're done, okay? Somebody's asking if you use dark colors. Very good question. If you have a dark surface, there is another inkjet, Starcraft Inkjet Printable that you would want to use. It's specifically for darks. What that does, and this is a whole nother blog post, a whole nother tutorial, but what that does is you are actually creating a transfer that applies onto the shirt. So for dark surfaces, you would not reverse your design. You would print and cut. I'm just showing you this as a quick example. This is if you had a dark shirt, like the shirt I'm wearing. Because you can't transfer the ink, you would be printing and cutting, and then you would apply it like this, heat and pressure, okay? So you would, in this case, want to print and cut to get rid of all the white area, okay? Because you're not actually transferring the ink on the on the darks. But that is a different material. You are not using the same as this, okay? Just FYI, all right? Okay, so the design is from the March So Fontsy SVG and font bundle. If you want to grab that, I think I forgot the link. I'll throw that up when I'm done. The printer, people ask all the time about my printers. I have 4 different printers. A couple of them are blocked right here. Actually, I have 5 different printers. I just put together a whole landing page of information about all my printers. I threw that up top as well. The link for the Starcraft Printable also up top. This is something that I keep. It's one of those staples that I keep in my craft room all the time. And the reason for that is because it's so easy and fast to use. If someone, says, can you do this real quick? Yes, actually I can. And that's why. And it's super easy to customize. If the kids, color something or paint something and I want to make a custom, gift or something for my mom or whoever, it's super easy to do. Okay. All right. Someone's commenting on my office. Yes, my office is coming together. You can see I still have boxes everywhere. We had a water issue there on the other side of this wall here, the wall that you guys usually see with all my shelving is a bathroom, and that bathroom has a tub, and when the tub went too high to the tub overflow, we didn't know, but water was pouring down to in between the walls of the rooms below, and it was dry everywhere that we could see except mold was there. So it has been like a month, and all of these boxes, these rolling boxes, I mean, literally you have no idea how big these boxes are. I mean, let me stand next to it. I could fit in here. All that was in a closet that had to be redone, and so it's still a big giant mess, but we are getting there. And my office, I now have a let me do a 360. Okay, that's my regular office where I sit with my computer. And then my shelves that you normally see, my heat press, and my table that's now in the middle. And then this glorious wall is gonna be more shelves and a whole big giant piece of furniture with all my cool stuff. I kicked Bob out. It's all mine. This whole area is so glorious. You just thought you were coming for printable heat transfer. All right, you guys, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. I'll go through and answer some of the comments that haven't been addressed yet, and I'm wishing you a happy rest of your week. I'll see you soon.